Can y'all mute for me, please? And so real quick, we're going over. So we're going to review our progress made since our last call. We're always looking to celebrate any successes and share strategies and techniques that worked for us. And we're going to continue to develop our public speaking skills. We're always going to support and encourage each other to keep the momentum going. And selling, y'all, selling will be big today. Our commitments, we have to be committed to our commitments. Accountability, y'all know what that is about. Put it in the chat. What is accountability about? What's those two words? So in order to be committed, this week we are practicing our speaking in front of a mirror, recording ourselves, and to work on your body language, your tone, and your pace. You're going to join a public speaking group or club to get regular practice and feedback. Of course, you're going to watch and learn from TED Talks or other public speaking events to observe effective techniques and styles. Field research. This is something that we should all be doing every day anyway, so this is nothing new. Basically, y'all know y'all are picking whatever it is that y'all are most interested in and doing some field research on that so you could become the expert. And we are constantly tracking our goals. So with that being said, y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know it is always about the man of the hour, our king crew, our mindset mogul. He is our everything. Again, the one that always aligns our minds and get us all the way straight to make sure that while we are making these bags, we don't fumble these bags. So I need everybody. I'm not trying to see not one red mic right now. I need everybody to come off mute, like every single person. The one time y'all supposed to be off mute, y'all be quiet.
Ooh, let's get it.
Play it with me. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Where my boy Blue?
Let's go. Bring them on.
Let's go.
Good morning.
Live, baby.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's start this morning off right.
Bring them on. Bring them on.
Where you at, Coach? Where you at?
I know you were here.
Hey.
Let's go.
Coach, where you at?
Let's go.
Where you at?
Bring them on.
Get it.
The family.
Come on, Mogul.
I guess he can't hear y'all. Let's go.
Good morning, King.
We alive. It's on. We on.
Let's
Get it.
Appreciate you, King. Over there looking sun-kissed. I love it.
All right. Yo, can y'all hear me clearly or not?
Yeah, we live.
All right. Cool.
Shine.
Peace, love, and beautiful energy to everybody. If my audio is good, put a 1 in the chat. If it's not, put a 2, because I just want to make sure. All right, cool. Look, today's about celebrating you. Today's about celebrating your wins. And I want to say thank you to each and every person who shows up to the calls. And the reason why I want to thank you for showing up to the calls is not because you're showing up for me, it's because you're showing up for you. Everybody put in the chat, I'm showing up for me. Say, I'm showing up for me in the chat. The reason why we put together these calls was so you can get the most out of your mentorship, your courses, and just out of the most out of your life, right? And the biggest thing is accountability. And what is that? Like Sunshine mentioned, is discipline and consistency. I'm gonna be real. Some of you have been disciplined, and I really love that. I really love the work that you've been doing on the app and the activity that you have inside the community, reaching out. So just snap it up and clap it up for yourselves. Drop some hand emojis in the chat. Drop some love in the chat. Drop the mailbox emojis. Just put some stuff in the chat to celebrate yourselves. There's also the other side of it too. The other side of it is, I know there's a lot of you who could be doing better. If you're the ones that could be doing better, still drop some stuff in the chat, because as I always say, you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. So as long as we get some improvement, it's great. But just think about it from your standpoint. Think about it from your standpoint. And I want everybody to answer these questions. So as I ask these questions, put the answers in the chat. All right. Because I'm not disappointed in anybody. I'm happy. I'm truly happy. But I won't be as happy as I could be if you're not doing the work. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, let me know. Because it's a thin line, right? It's a thin line between loving somebody and having accountability because, you know, you look at me a certain way, but the reality of it is I'm here to serve you. Like that's really what I'm here for. So I would encourage you to get the resources, right? I would encourage you to go ahead and get you know, just accountability partner or be inside of one of the teams with the coaches. And the reason why I encourage that, because I know there is some things that you cannot see that's stopping you. Like you are where you're at right now because of what you know, but you're not where you want to be because of what you don't know. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to bring what you don't know visible so that way you can take that and use that to grow. Like, because if you don't know and you're unaware of something, then chances are you might not be able to be the best version of yourself because you're unaware of that thing. So for clearer version of that, aren't there people making millions of dollars per month? Like, let's just be real. Answer the questions in the chat. Like, if you make 30 million a year, what does that mean that you're making a month? Put the answer in the chat. If you're making 500 million a year, what does that mean that you're making a day? Like, just is that a reality? Is the reality in this world that we all live in, and everybody has different variations of reality, but is it far-fetched to believe that you can be the person that makes $1 million a month? Is it far-fetched? I just want to know the mindset that we have in here. And don't just put it in the chat just because you want to feel connected and you want to feel like, all right, you know, I'm just answering the question. I want to know. I really want to see it though. Do you feel like it is possible for you personally to make 50K or more a month? Forget that. Let's just go to 15K. 15K or more a month. If you do feel like that's possible for you, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like that's not possible for you, put a 2 in the chat. But I need you to be real. Like this, what you get from this program is not about me. It's about you. The output that you get is based upon your input. You want to change your output, you want to change the results that you have in your life, you got to change the input. So I'm really asking you because I want to know, and I want to know how to serve you on a better scale. Because as I mentioned, when we say, hey, look, go get your needed resources, half of people go get the needed resources. But out of those half, the only reason why they went and got the needed resources because the coaches told them to do. It wasn't like in you to go, all right, yeah, and not everybody. I'm just talking about these individuals. It wasn't in you to go, yeah, yo, whatever they say to do, because I believe in them, and they're going to get me to the next level. Whatever they say, I'm going to go do. That's not the energy I'm having. So, and I'm wondering, why isn't that the energy that I'm having, that anyone is having inside this group, when we are the people who make 50K a month, 40K a month, 15K, 100K, like we are those people. So if you're not those people, and the people that ask you to be the best version of yourself and then give you resources to help you be the best version of yourself, and you go, yeah, I don't really want to take the resource. That's why I'm questioning this. Does it make sense why I'm asking these questions? Because I know some people are like, why are you talking about this? But does it make sense why I'm asking this? This is all about accountability. If it makes sense, put make sense in the chat. If it doesn't, just let me know. I really would love to know, because the questions are simple, but the actions become complicated. That's where it gets tricky. So I'm gonna ask everybody a series of questions, and then we're gonna go through a PDF. But I want to make sure that I'm making sense before I jump into this stuff. So the first question is, why are you here? Put the answer in the chat. I need y'all to be fast with it because we're doing this in real time. Why are you here? And I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. Why are you here? Change your life, to elevate, freedom, to learn and build. Okay. What are you currently doing about that? Like, what are you currently doing about why you are here? You want to change your life, you want to level up your life, you want to make your life better, you want to learn and grow. But what are you currently doing about it? So, and it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that everything we throw at you, you got to take. That's not what we're saying. When we say this is a needed resources, this is a needed program, or this is you have to go through the course modules every single day. That's not the optional thing. That's what's required to get you to the minimum of making 10K a month. You get what I'm saying? That's required to get you to the minimum. When we say anything is required, is to get you to the minimum. Everything else that's optional, that's to get you to the maximum. But we're gonna get to the ranges. So back to the question. What are you currently doing about it? Because this is about celebrating you. We need to celebrate you, but I need to make sure. Can I serve my people? Mi gente. Can I serve my people? Like, if you feel like you're my people, drop the plus emoji in the chat. Because if you drop the plus emoji in the chat, that means that I can serve my people. Like, who I am as a person is I'm a structure, right? Individual, organized, but I can sell. I want to help y'all sell. The first thing that I must do is have you sell yourself. And I'm seeing that some of you are not really sold. Some of you think that you're stuck. Some of you think that you can't get past this current. And in reality, everything that's showing up is for you to show up better. Like, that's really what it's for. It's like, okay, it's like a game, right? In the game is not going to be easy, but it's not unbeatable. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we get defeated, like this shit is unbeatable. Like, what we're dealing with is unbeatable. We keep saying this, but we lost our grandma, our dad, our uncle, all in one whole strand of a year. Like, the thing about this, y'all, they were in our plans. And you can't get upset with life because life doesn't go according to plan. It goes according to vision. So even though our plans fell with those individuals, we're still going to have the vision. Like, we're still not going to be we're still not going to be unbeatable. I mean, we're still not going to be beatable, right? We're still not going to be defeated. Can everybody put their mics on mute, please? So the question is, what are you currently doing, right? I didn't allow my circumstances to break me. I allowed it to build me. Everything that I needed to do, I did it because I said I'm going to be the MVP, the most valuable participant. I have to do what I'm willing to do in order to get what I want, because I know for a fact that if I don't do anything, I get nothing. So what are you willing to do is the question, right? So when I asked y'all before, I said, so what have you been doing about why you're here? Like, so the reason why you're here is XYZ. What have you been doing about that XYZ? Like, really, somebody said running plays. I want you to really answer it in the chat. What have you been doing? Put that in the chat. So the next question is like a problem awareness question. Like, so why aren't we maxing out? Like, why aren't we reaching the highest level that we know we could reach? Put that in the chat. Because I know some of y'all saying, yeah, we out here, I'm doing it, I'm running the place. Let's be real. Only 7% of you are actually going to go on to be successful according to the numbers. The reason why we put this accountability program in place, because we want to increase the number. The only way to increase the number is to get you out from doing what you normally do, to get you into a space to do what you need to do. That is really what we're doing here. So we need your full participation. We need everything from you. We need everything you got. I need you to cut off the rest of the world that's not serving you, that's not in alignment. Cut off going out for the weekends unless it's in alignment. If you go into an event that's networking, building relationships, then yes, attend those. Okay, so all right, cool. What has been the problem with reaching the goals? Like, let me know. Like, what has been the problem with executing all the plays? Focus and discipline. What else? What else we got? Time, right? Are you time blocking? Are you utilizing the time blocking challenge? When you said focus, are you going and setting down a whole entire hour to say, let me do a student challenge, a 60-minute student challenge? Let me sit down and 60 minutes straight with no phone, no nothing that's distracting me, and focus on whatever it is I'm doing right now. Did I do that? Ask yourself that, right? Ask yourself that. Have I been time blocking? Am I on Love Plus taking the time blocking challenges? Am I on that? Am I doing that? Am I taking advantage of every resource that they give us? Those resources don't cost $1. Those resources cost your time, but the payoff on it is that now you get more of your time. That's the payoff of it. You get more of it. So, all right, cool. What's the ideal solution, y'all? Like, tell me the real solution. Like, if you don't got the time has been in your way, you got kids, you got all these responsibilities, you got things you got to do. Like, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. What's the ideal situation and solution for that? Like, how are you going to get the most? What's the ideal solution on that? I need to know this. It's very important. Make a plan, organize that. That's cool, but I need specifics. So now I'm gonna bring somebody up to give me some specifics. Somebody raise their virtual hand. I need to hear specifics. So somebody raise their virtual hand. Sunshine, you can call on a person to raise their virtual hand, but I need to hear some specifics now because now I'm seeing a lot of like quick answers because I know it's the chat, but I need to really hear it. So who's up? Who's up? What's your ideal solution? First, tell me what the problem is. Why aren't you reaching your full potential? Because you're here to learn, to grow, right? What's been the problem? Why do you want to learn and grow, right? Whatever it is that you said you were here for, and then you said you're doing about it, the thing that you were doing about it, I want to know why you're even doing it in the first place, right? What has been the problem to now you want to go out and learn and grow? So who we have, Queen?
Queen Sabrina. Come talk to
All right, so we got Sabrina.
My thing is focus. My focus is all.
Wait, hold on, Queen. I want to guide you. I want to guide you so that we can get this real easy and sharp, right? So, all right, cool. Why are you here? What's your reason of being here?
I want a better life for myself.
Right. Let's see how real that was. That was real. Straight to the point. I want a better life. That was real. Okay, cool. What are you currently doing about the better life? About receiving a better life?
I'm watching the videos. I'm coming to meetings. I'm on all the Zoom calls, the Telegrams, the Facebook, but I'm still having an issue with focusing. I want to know how to meditate. Like, I need to calm my mind down. It's just like all over the place. And I have to just literally tell myself, calm down, relax. And I'm trying to learn so much stuff. And even before this, I'm trying to just jam so much in, like I've missed so much and I want it all. I'm trying to be over here, I'm trying to be over there, and I know it's impossible. So I want to wake up in the mornings and meditate first, but I haven't grasped the concept of meditating.
Okay. So we're starting to get to the problem, right? You have to be aware of the problem, the focus, the being able to lock in and zone in and have the time committed without distraction to say, let me disconnect from distraction to discover exactly what I need to do to grow, right? And if you relate to this, put Yana in the chat. If you relate to this, I want you to understand language is the most important variable in this situation, because when you tell yourself it's impossible, now your brain is doing what?
Shutting down, not doing it.
It's looking for all the ways. Your brain is looking for all the ways to make it impossible for you, because your brain is a servant of you. That's why you go back to memory. You go, okay, let me think, and the brain is serving you. That's why when you go, the brain is serving. Or I'm hungry. The brain is serving you, right? So for you, I want you to understand language is very important. Everybody drop the word language in the chat. So what's your ideal solution?
Sure.
Okay, so look, so watch this. So when it comes to being all over the place, right? Have you been time blocking? Have you been doing the time blocking challenges? Have you been scheduling it out in your calendar?
No.
So we have those challenges on the app for you to schedule out what's on the calendar, to pretty much time block. So 8:30 a.m. I'm gonna be on the accountability program. From 9:30, I'm gonna do my administration work from 9:30 to 10:30. From 10:30 to 11:30, I'm going to study for a whole hour for Smitty's course. And then from 11:30 to 12:30, I'm going to have lunch. From 1 o'clock on, I'm going to study Ramel's course. From 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I'm going to do more of my administration work, right? These are the things that need to be in place. So taking the time blocking challenge is something that you should actually get. Everybody put time blocking challenge inside in the chat. So that way it's inside your mind to go take the time blocking challenge on loveplus.com on the app. All right, cool. So when you talk about focusing, what happens when you're looking to focus? You get distracted, you get notifications on your phone?
No, I just recently turned my notifications on because that used to be a problem for me. the notifications. But I just recently turned it on because I was missing a lot of stuff like through the telegrams and stuff. So I just recently turned them on, and I know how to mute them when I'm trying to rest at night. It's like just my mind is, I have the time is there. I have just my one granddaughter I take care of, but the time is there. I have enough time. It's just me, like you say, maybe I have to go do the time blocking. That sounded better. A friend of mine, she's told me to do the same thing, by just write down everything you need to do the night before, and then the next day you execute it. She's like, you'll feel better. And I have like 10 books, like with things written all over the place. The other day I spoke with Sunshine. She was like, get a binder and try to put everything and categorize everything, where you wouldn't have like 10 books you're writing in all over the place. You don't know what the information is. So I started, making copies of things I'm looking at or things I'm listening to. And it's like I say, I don't know what's the distractions, because I really don't have none. I'm trying to get tunnel vision.
I got you, Queen. I got you. And it's practice. Everybody dropped the word practice. You need practice. You need practice in being able to lock in. And the issue is you haven't done it in a while. You haven't been able to lock in a while. So your mind is just doing what it's used to doing, because it's used to being pulled over here. It's used to being pulled over here. It's used to going through your phone. It's used to checking your email. It's used to getting a text message. It's used to being pulled. So it's just happening automatically. Here's how you practice on it. We have a challenge for that. It's called 60-minute student. If this is about studying, if it's about doing an activity, it's called power hour. Essentially, it's the same thing. Everybody drop it in the chat. 60-minute student and power hour challenge. Drop it in the chat so y'all get familiar with it. This is practice, right? So the 60-minute student, that's just for your mind to know, okay, cool, I'm going to study. Power hour, okay, I got things I got to do around the house. I got things I got to do for my business. I got things I got to do, and I need no distraction. I need to dedicate 60 minutes straight to this. You need practice. That's why we put this together, because if we didn't put this together, where would you be right now? You'd be somewhere else right now doing something else, getting pulled left and right. And that's what we want to stop. We want to cease that and be able to get you to go to the successful route. But success alone is the slow road to success is doing it alone. That's the slow road. So that's why we put these things together. So 60-minute student challenge and a power hour challenge is going to have you practice being that person that could just lock in, because the reality of it, you just need practice. So that's one of the ideal solutions. So just for me saying these things to you, what do you think the ideal solution may be for you right now to solve some of those problems that's been going on?
The time blocking.
That stuck out to you for real, right? Time blocking?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the consequence for you not doing that thing? Like, what would happen to you? What would happen to your family? What would really transpire for your legacy if you don't become the person that utilizes time blocking to get back more of your time, to be able to structure your days, to be able to organize your life so that when you can grow and have that better life? What is the consequence?
The generational curse.
I want you to get deep on that and really be emotional for that. Like, really, what would happen to you?
I wouldn't be financially stable. My family wouldn't be financially stable. So I have to get it, or I have to get it. There's no in between. I have to get it.
So let me ask you a question. How would that make you feel? Like, how would that make you feel that you didn't get it? Like, how would that make you feel?
It would make me feel horrible. I would feel, excuse my French, fucked up. I really would.
Right. So if I told you and I said, okay, we have a solution for that, would you be open to the solution?
Absolutely.
Like, money aside, just money aside, don't even think about money. Just exactly from what I mentioned to you earlier, the time blocking, the power hour, 60-minute student, and there's tons of more challenges that's going to help you with whatever that you feel that you need help with, whatever you're being challenged with. But just with that alone, does that sound like that would be something that would work for you?
Absolutely, yes.
Why would it work for you?
It would work for me because it would help me put more focus into my day, help with, the distractions, help with time management. So I feel like it would help.
Does anybody else feel like that would help for them? Like, does anybody else feel the same? Like, just if you're in Sabrina's shoes right now and we're all having this conversation, that's why I love the fact that we can raise our hands and everybody can come up and share. We all can get value. Does that help you? And be for real. I only see 2 people commenting, so that means everybody else must not be on the same wavelength, right? Like, does that help you in any way? So if I told you that everything that you want was actually available to you, what would you do with it?
Try to execute and use it.
So the Luhv Plus app has been available to you.
I'm just finding out about a lot of things because I hadn't gotten the right emails because of a conflict of something. So about 2 days ago, I didn't even have a coach. I just got Sunshine. I just got the right Telegram thing. So I just added the app. So I'm just catching up. I'm playing catch up right now. I'm 2 weeks behind.
So are you? I don't want you to look at the past. I don't want you to feel like you're behind, because the reality is you're right on time. You're not even behind. That's the reality. The reason why you feel two weeks behind is because that's your normal life. Your normal life, you feel behind. Like, that's why you want a better life, because you feel like, damn, I should already have a better experience in life. I feel like I'm behind. I got to go catch up. That's your normal life. So it's showing you that that's your normal life. But guess what? You're right where you need to be, because now you're going to get the exact help that you need. What's going to happen when you get the help and you actually have the time blocking and you do all day? Tell me the truth of how you feel. What's going to actually happen to you? What's the result?
What's the result on? Say that again. I'm sorry.
So when you do finally get the time blocking, you got the coaches, you got the information, you got everything you need that's to set up, you got your resources, right? Like, what's going to happen for you? What's the result?
In my life better.
100%. Let me ask you a real question right now. Is your life getting better right now just by being able to talk about these things and know that there's a solution for it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My life started getting better during the challenge.
100%. And it's still getting better, right? But you have to have a mirror, and we're going to have the mirror to you, and we're going to expose exactly what might be hidden behind the closed doors, right? Remember, I mentioned to you, what you have right now is because of what you know. But where you want to be, and the reason why you're not where you want to be, is because of what you don't know. So now we're going to give you what you don't know to make up the time for what you could have been doing a while ago, so that way you can get the result. And that's what's happening in real time. Do you feel like there's a solution, or that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, or there's some type of hope for you going forward? I just want to know that. It's just a random question.
Yes. Yes.
Why do you feel that way?
I feel that way because of this community. Everybody's is non-judgmental. Everybody, you can ask a question in any group, somebody's gonna have an answer for you. If from a coach to another mentee, somebody's gonna have an answer. So I feel like there's light at the end.
100%. Everybody show some love to Sabrina in the chat. Show some love to Sabrina in the chat. Was this helpful for y'all in any way? Let me know. Great job, Sabrina. Get with your coach, and you're on the road to success. 100%. Great job. Snap it up, clap it up for yourself, Queen. Let's go.
Everyone.
That was in real time, y'all. Real time. All right, one more person. Let's bring one more person up here. We're going to do the same thing with that person. I'm showing y'all something in real time, so pay attention to what's going on.
We have Levonzel, Queen. Come talk to us.
But let's get somebody different. Levonzel, she does come up a lot, but I want to get somebody different on this one.
I need this.
Okay, look. So look, because I'm gonna be real with you. You be doing a pushback with me, and I'm this particular exercise is not for pushback. This is just going through the exercise. So if you go through the exercise, we're gonna go through the exercise. Okay, you cool?
Yeah, right. But what do you mean? I'll be doing a putback
right now? Like right now, that's what I'm talking about. Like the pushback. Like, so pushback is this. So if I give out like if I say XYZ, right, and I'm discovering something about what's happening right here, right now, I need you to play with it and not against it, right? So if I have you say, okay, what's your possibilities in life? I really want you to tell me your possibilities in life. I don't want to have to like force you or pull it out. I just want you to play the game. Like if we're working, let's just work. That's really what I want. So if I can get that, let's get it. Okay. All right. So first of all, why did you have your hand up, by the way?
To answer your question.
Yeah, but which one though? Because I'm gonna start from the top. So which one did you want to answer?
The same ones you was asking Sabrina.
All right. So let me start from the top with you. So the question is, Lumvazel, why are you here? First of all, like, what made you come to the community? Why are you here?
To better my life for my family. I've got less days. I got more days behind me than in front of me. So, and I got grandkids. I don't want them to go through the things that I went through. I want them to know how to financially set themselves up.
Was that real, y'all? Put real in the chat if y'all felt that was real, because I felt that was real. I felt she really expressed exactly why she was here, which that makes sense. Okay, so now what are you currently doing about that? Like, what are you currently doing about that?
I am trying to understand this program. I am trying to do what you all are telling us to do, giving us the plays. I am trying to do that. But honestly, my problem is I have adult ADHD. So it takes me, when you guys throw a task out there or give us information, I'm the type that I need someone pretty much holding my hand, showing me, do this, do that. This is how you do this. No, don't do that. So I am on this computer, my laptop. When I get off the phone when I get off this call with you all, I am pretty much on my laptop all day. And I do mean all day. I ain't taking no break to eat. I ain't taking no break to take a nap. I'm on here trying to understand. And one thing I don't really know, I'm not tech savvy. So I'm on here trying to learn the computer. I have a sister that helps me, but she's not here all day because she's at work. So my problem is really understanding what you guys are telling us to do. And sometimes I admit it's hard for me. So it takes me a little longer to understand. I
Okay,
don't grasp
so
it right away.
how long has this been a problem for you? Like, clearly identify the problem first, so that way we all know, and you know what is the actual problem that's getting in the way from you taking what's being said and executing on that. Like, what's the actual problem? Because what you want is to be able to create a generational legacy that would be, you know, generational wealth, financial literacy, and just really like breaking those curses, right? So for you, you said, I'm gonna join a program. You got into a program. Okay, now the individuals in the program is giving you the tools and information to get what you want, and there's a problem there, right? There's a problem somewhere in there. So what's the problem? You
The
need
problem is
somebody
me.
to directly show you what's going on, right? How long has that been a problem that you needed somebody to directly show you what's going on?
Pretty much all my life.
So that is, once again, this is why we do mindset, right? We want to untrain you. Everything you had to learn to survive, because that's what you had to learn to survive. We have to
Right.
unlearn those things and relearn and learn some new things, right? So everything you had to learn to survive, you now have to unlearn in order for you to be successful. So you have to unlearn dependency on somebody else. You have to unlearn it. I know the ADHD is a real thing, so we have to work around that. But the reality of your situation is that that's what you've been doing, and it's been a problem for a long time. And that's the reason why you don't have the generational wealth, because you need somebody to hold you to hand, hand by hand. So that's why you went and got a program. Okay, cool. It makes sense. Now, in the real world, right? Every individual is an individual. There's not going to be somebody to hold my hand. It's not going to be somebody to hold your hands. It's people that give you nuggets, and you got to take that information and go on and execute that information. So I want to know, living that way where you need somebody to hold your hand, what has been the impact to your personal life or your business?
Well, I don't have a business yet. So my personal life, repeat the question. I'm sorry.
So, like, what has that impacted in your personal life or your business?
In my personal life, it's I haven't been able to move forward like I want to, as fast as I want to. If that makes sense. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, it makes sense. So the other part you already answered. We kind of got the impact on your business. You don't have a business because you're waiting for somebody to walk you to have a business, right? In the personal side, you're not moving as fast because you're waiting for somebody to walk you. Are we seeing a current theme here, or are you following? If anybody's seeing a current theme, let me know in the chat, because I want Levondell to have a breakthrough with what's going on today. Because any problem, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When the doctors give out these medical terms, it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. If they come and say you got ADHD, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. But when you attach yourself to it and go, yeah, I got ADHD, guess what you do? Your brain finds a way to be that way. It's no coincidence why somebody go, yo, you have cancer, and you go, oh man, I got cancer now, and you start thinking about it, and now everything you think about, everything you touch, now it's about cancer. And we don't change the one thing that would change the cancer. So let me know right now in the chat, if y'all follow with me, what's the one thing that would change the cancer? The one thing, the one that would change the cancer. Put it in the chat, y'all. I need to know. I see mindset, I see all of that. That's cool because that's a part of it. But what's the one thing that actually changes the cancer? The food. The mother-loving food. Okay, I had somebody I knew, and he said, yo, man, 3 of my aunts passed away all back to back. You know, I was like, what you mean? Tell me. He's like, yeah, they died in the 3 months span, like back to back like that. I was like, what you mean? Talk to me. So he started talking. He's like, yeah, you know, around Thanksgiving time, before this, everybody was all good, but we had Thanksgiving dinner. It was great. It was dope. And then, you know, one of my aunts got sick kind of going into December, but everybody was there. We had Christmas dinner too. And then, you know, next thing you know, 3 months later, they all passed away. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he got deeper and he said, other people got sick. I said, so what's the common denominator in it all? Like, what's the common denominator? They all had different lifestyles. They all did different things. But what was the common denominator? Food. The type of food that the family presents, the tradition of what we eat, they all ate the same thing. So you had a different lifestyle. You was healthy, you was active, but she still died of cancer. The other person, she wasn't healthy at all. She was a little bit obese. She died of cancer. The other person, she was kind of in the middle, and she died of cancer. What is killing us is what we're putting onto us and into us. Everything that we put into our hair, everything that we put onto our face, everything that we put onto our body, the soap and everything that you wash up with, the underarm, right? The deodorant, the toothpaste that got poison in it, that if you swallow it, it says call a poison control, but how are you not gonna swallow it when it's in your mouth and you're brushing your teeth? So, like, let's be real here, y'all, like about what's going on so that way we can get to the point. And doctors do what we call treatment. They don't do cures, right? Because if they do cures, they are out of a job. So a doctor is going to tell you, Levondell, unfortunately, you got ADHD. Why? So you could be on a subscription, because that's the #1 business model. Subscription. They call it prescription because you pay prescription. But it's a subscription because you do it every month. You do it every 2 months. You do it every 6 months. You do it every day. My grandmother had diabetes and she had 18 pills that she had to take a day. She said, I don't want this crap. I said, no wonder why she don't want it. She took the pills. My grandmother would have my great-grandmother, so my grandmother would take care of my great-grandmother. And she would give her the pills every day. She still passed away, y'all. Let's think about it. She still passed away. So is the medicine helping or the medicine hurting? And I know I went off on a whole side thing. That's because I needed to get this out of here, y'all. So when they say you got ADHD, I want you to tell them I don't. I don't. I need to practice and focus to build my muscle, which is the brain, which is the greatest muscle you have in your body. But if that's not developed, then guess what? Everything else suffers. So back to the questioning for you, right? So what's the ideal solution for you? Like, you holding on to ADHD, HD? Are you like, let me know. Let me know what's the ideal solution for you.
Change my way of thinking.
Like what? So give me a tangible outcome that happens because of the solution. So you change the way you're thinking, but what's the tangible outcome of it?
I no longer believe what the doctor is saying, or I just ignore what he says. And
let me hold on real quick. Let me be real with you. Right. So when you go and you say I got ADHD, right? Doesn't it do something to you? Let's be real. How does it make you feel when you say that you have it? How does it make you feel? Because it does something to you.
makes me feel like I'm the slow person in the room.
Aha. So then what happens? What do you do by nature?
I
You move
become the
slow.
slow person in the room.
Right. So what I'm saying, I'm not pretending to you. I'm just getting a little frustrated because you're part of my family. So if anybody's selling this stuff to my family, I'm getting upset because they're hurting us as a people. So now, okay, now that you know this, right, what emotional outcome happens when that solution is achieved? Like when you actually change your mindset and you know that you're not the slowest person in the room, that you can think fast and move fast, what actually happens to you? Like emotionally, what happens?
I feel like weights have been lifted off my shoulders.
Oh man, I'm so happy you said that, Queen, because to be honest, that's what I felt that was on you. I felt that title gave you weights, man. Like how fast can you run with weights on your back? How
Not
far can
far.
you run when you got people you think that you're slow, and you know that affects you in a real way. And I'm so happy that you can see and feel that weight coming off. Right? I want you to smile. Imagine the weight come off you. Smile like the weight come off. Breathe like the weight come off you. Yeah, Levon said you did that. You did that. Everybody put in the chat. You did that. Levon said you took that weight off. Right? What is the consequence for you not achieving the goals? Like for you not getting the solution that you truly want, where your next generation that's coming up under you can really have everything that you didn't have growing up and didn't have to go, and they can now do the things that you wish that you could do, and they don't have to do the things that you had to do in order for them to be successful. If you don't get that, then what's the consequence for you?
To keep living as I am, keep struggling.
How does that make you feel?
Not good.
Right.
Not good at all.
So if we provide you with tools, right, a community that uplifts you, with an app that's going to support everything that you're going through, it's going to give you challenges to build the muscle that you need to in your mind to make sure that you get the results, because you're not slow. You're actually fast. Look, you've been moving faster in these last 2 weeks than you have in the last 2 months. We know that. I know that. I've been seeing your growth. But you got to know it and you got to see your growth. So what happens if we help you become the best version of yourself by giving you everything you need, but challenging you to step outside of your comfort zone? Would that be something that you would want?
Yes.
Why? Why would it be something that you want?
Because it's something that I want. I no longer want to feel that I'm the slow one. I no longer want to have someone holding my hand or showing me or over my shoulder, telling me, okay, do this, do it this way, do it that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that will make you feel good. I gotta switch my audio, y'all. So just forgive me if you can't hear it anymore. Can I hear my audio now?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So that's a real thing. Like, was this helpful for you or not? Be real, because I know I gave you a lot of pressure in the beginning. I know you probably like, what does he talk about? And you kind of felt something in your body tingling. But I want to get you out of that. I want to get you out of your comfort zone and get you into the new version of yourself. So I had to do that for you, because you couldn't see those things that was playing around in the back, sort of like the strings of a puppet, right? So was this helpful for you in any way?
Yes. Yes.
Tell us how. Tell us how.
Well, for one, you have told me something that others haven't. The doctors haven't. You put something in me that makes me feel like I can move forward. I believe in myself. You believe in myself. You believe in me. You see, like you said, you see stuff in me that I don't see. So that makes me feel like, hey, this guy is just met me. He sees something that I don't see. He's telling me I can do it. He's telling me all it takes is just to change my mindset. I can go ahead and do it. I have somebody that actually believes in me. I can go ahead and do it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really did feel a shift within that conversation. I'm gonna be real. Like there's something that actually happened within inside of you that now has triggered. And I do feel like you're a little bit lighter because as I mentioned earlier, that resistance that you had against me, you don't have that right now. For some reason, it's not there. I'm not feeling it. And I can feel anybody's resistance because I'm trained for that. And that is the thing that stops us from getting where we want to be is the resistance, right? It's like somebody pushing their hands out on you that weighs more than you, that's stronger than you. How you gonna get past it? You can't, right? It's resistance. But you right now are getting ready to take another level and take another leap. And I want you to snap it up and clap it up for yourself, Queen. Great job, great job, great job. So if y'all haven't been noticing, great job, Vonzel. Everybody send some love in the chat. I want to bring up two people and I want them to just answer. Yeah, no problem. I want them to answer in 30 seconds or less real fast because this is the last person. I can't go through this with anybody else. But was this exercise, was this helpful for anybody? What type of takeaway did you get from this? Sunshine, let's bring up somebody else. Great job, Levonzel. 30 seconds. I need 30 seconds though. 30 seconds or less.
King Taj, come talk to us, King.
I'm obsessed with success. You already know.
Yeah, how's it going, y'all? I hope everybody's having a blessed one so far. Yeah, I definitely received a lot from this exercise here. Mainly myself personally, I just need, like, I feel like I go hard, you know. I feel like I put in a lot of work. I'm usually conquering my day, but it's always some point in the day where I like if I'm watching the kids and they tear me up at the house or something goes on where it's like I end up like doing this, you know, because every day I start off like this. And then eventually it starts to, you know, like decline. And then I go back up. By the end of the day, I'll be back in grind mode again. So it's always that hump. It's the time blocking for me, really. Like, because when I actually took the time, I was time blocking for like a week. And when I was doing it, I was conquering everything and I was realizing where I was really lacking at. So really, yeah, that's the biggest thing that I even just got from this was like being able to hone in and focus more. But sometimes I tell myself, well, at least you got this. If I got a list of 50 things and I got 35 of them done, I'll still be like, well, at least you got this done. But then by the end of the day, I'm like, man, if you would have did this different, you could have got the whole 50 done, you know? So I'm hard on myself, but, you know, I'm also not trying to be light on myself. You know, I'm not trying to just say, oh, just because you're doing more than everybody else around you, you know, that means it's okay. Like, nah, bro, I still got stuff to do, you know, so.
100%. I want to ask everybody a question, put into the chat. If we sold your result, because that's basically what we did just now, we gave you a result. But if we sold your result and we said we priced it at $5,000, who would buy it? Put it in the chat. And this goes especially for Levonzel. Who came up before Levonzel? Sabrina. So Sabrina, Levonzel, this definitely goes for you. If we sold that result to you and we told you basically this is what you're going to get, and we placed it at 5K, would you buy that? Everybody let us know in the chat. If you're connecting with what we're talking about right now, and if you would have bought whatever it is that we sold from that conversation for 5K, let me know. Because I think a lot of people would have purchased because they seen the result, right? They seen the result of what they're going to get based upon the information that was being laid out. And this was the art of selling, right? I was actually selling them on themselves. That's what I was really doing. And in order to make sales, you must sell people themselves. You must sell people themselves. And I'm going to go through a PDF and show y'all, but let me bring one more person up. Good job, Taj. Everybody send some love to Taj in the chat. What takeaway did you get from this? Was this helpful for you in any way? And be honest, please. When we ask you for these things, I'm not asking you to come up and just tell us stuff, just to tell us stuff, because we are running a real live program and we want to make sure you get the best results from this live program. So who's next, Queen?
It was Santana, but somebody else threw Rick Benny up there. It was.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Santana was up there? What do you mean? Like whoever's next, just bring him up next.
I'm up. I'm here.
Look, Rick said I'm up here. I don't care that. Yo, Sunshine, hold on, Sunshine. What you talking about? If it was Santana, then it was Santana. It is Santana, right? But
Okay, I was calling Santana, but I didn't put Rick Benny on the screen. Somebody
I
else
put him on the screen. I manifested this. Let me make it happen.
Rick Benny said, look, I'm up here regardless.
Somebody else put him on the screen while
Yeah.
I'm getting to call Santana. So I don't have no control over that part. Somebody
Nah,
else.
I made this happen. This is my time.
You heard
He
the
said
king.
it's
You heard
my
the king.
turn. I'm
That's
not
right.
mad at you. I'm not mad at you, King.
I appreciate you all. All right. Yo, crew, everything that you're saying I can relate to, and I'm a walking example of everything that you're talking about. All right. Again, my story, I had diabetes. I didn't know I had diabetes. When I went and got my A1C, it was 17.8. They had me on all type of medications and so forth. Now I don't have no medications. I reverse it. I don't even have the diabetes. It's all about maintaining, about what you're putting in your body and everything. How I'm looking at this is everyone in this group, we are trying to set something different for our future. And everything starts with a thought. We have to manifest it. It starts with our thoughts. All right. And once we start eating correctly, it starts to take that bogness, like everything that's weighting us down, as of the queen who was just speaking with Von Zell. Everybody's putting a label on her. It's like a brainwash. It was like a buck breaking brainwash. And they're putting a label on her to the point where she's like, damn, maybe I am slow. And that's weighs her down. Once, from the moment you get resistance, you fail. From the moment you start getting any type of doubt on yourself, you automatically fail. Okay? I'm a walking example of everything that you're speaking about. Now, as for the first questions that you were speaking about for the week, like what we're doing, balancing our time. My thing, I set a goal for myself this week. My goal was to make $60,000 this week. By Tuesday night, I had 67,000. I had to reassess it. Okay, 67,000 by Wednesday and Tuesday night. Okay, I reassessed it. I pushed it to 100 by Friday. Friday just started. I'm at 87. I'm getting my goal, because nothing is gonna stop me for what I want. No, life is supposed to stop you. Life is gonna stop.
Hold on. Let me jump in right there, because that's a good point. First of all, congratulations. Everybody send some love in the chat. The question to you is this: if you think that you can hit 100,000, can you hit 200,000 in a week?
Yes, of course.
Can you hit 300,000 a week?
It's impossible. There's no limitations.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What's the key? The key is you have to find the way to make it happen.
Absolutely.
But this already, y'all. It already exists. He already just showed you in real time. He said, yo, for this week, I got 5 days. Let me just 60. Tuesday came in 2 days, he already has 67. Exactly. So the universe showed him like, yo, look, honestly, bro, you thinking too small. Exactly. He said, I'm thinking too small. I'm gonna go to 100. Yo, exactly. Even if he doesn't hit 100, he still won. Exactly. He won already. And that's all we're trying to get you to see. Like, if you make a goal and your goal is 10 reps in a gym, just do 11. Because when you do 11, you're going to see that, oh, wow, 10 was a short amount of time. I could have easily got, and now you start doing 20. And before you know it, your whole life changes. But go ahead. I want you to finish adding that value right.
Okay, as I was saying, like, everything starts with a thought. So right now, this accountability cause is great, because everyone is speaking on. We're trying to change our flow, our flow of how we're moving. So we're trying something different. So right now, each and every one is going to go through a different type of resistance, because we're changing a flow of how we was yesterday. Okay, and what's happening today is the results of what we manifested from yesterday. So now think about everything that we've been applying ourselves for the past 2-3 weeks with this mentorship. Think about what's going to happen when this seed that we've been planting starts to flourish. And this development, accountability, this whole program is a development thing for our success for tomorrow. And everyone in here is speaking on what they're so used to, the baggage that we were used to from yesterday, and it's shredding off. It's shredding off, but everyone has an attachment to it. because it becomes like a normalcy, as of the Queen Lavanzel. She started to really believe that ADHD, that label that they put on them, because ADHD wasn't around 40 years ago. This is just a new form of how they can sit there and be the biggest drug dealers in the world on you to keep you in pocket. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you who you are or what you can and cannot do. Everything is limitless for you. The only person that can stop you is you. That's it. It's what you do with your time. No, I don't care about politics. I don't care about religion. I'm focused on what I got to do, and I'm going to find my way in any type of circumstance because I'm the king. This is my story. That's where it is.
Look, I need everybody to come off of mute real quick and show some love, because Rick said, I'm not going to be denied. I'm going to come up here and be the star of my movie.
Yeah, Rick.
Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
Ricky, man.
My boy.
Very Ricky, man.
Ricky, my
That's
God.
not the word.
Buddy,
Well said.
yeah,
You
go
did
crazy.
it. Come back.
In denial. My boy said he had to come through. Put the word on a Friday.
We felt every
My
word of
dream
that,
goals,
Rick.
make
Every
it
word.
happen.
You got something to say. You got something to say. You over there
Crazy.
waving. Don't play with it. We needed it. We needed it. For a reason.
Love in the room. Shout out to everybody who's showing love. Great job, Rick. I want to share my screen real quick before we get up out of here, y'all. This is what I was doing. This is what I was doing. I want to show you. I was doing the art of selling, right? In NEPQ questioning, right? So I'm going to show you right here, right? Before I even get to that, let me just see if I could bring these things up. I remember I mentioned this to y'all before, right? So this is 3 years ago. And you know, this is Airbnb. Like literally, I'm just being me. And I want y'all to get paid to be who you are. Like that's what I do. I help you get paid to be who you are, but you have to sell in order to get paid. And the thing is, you got to sell yourself first. So I've been selling myself in this way, right? On the fact that I could be anything that I want to be. Right? I can do anything that I want to do. And this is not like me asking them to leave a comment, because I never did that. And my brother Jamel is inside. I think he's on the call today. He could attest to this, right? This is not like some fluff stuff that I'm giving you. Like this is not what this is right here. But I'm just showing you. People are making paragraphs, right? This is paragraphs of things. And the thing about it is, they don't have to. Like if you do Airbnb, you attend Airbnb as a guest, you don't have to come and write. Look, listen to this. Great host back for the third time. Like my boy came back and lived with me for like, how long did he stay at that space? My boy lived with me, right? How long did he stay at that space? He was there like he was like a tenant, like for real. I do have some sales that I can show y'all too. Where are they? Let me just see real quick if I could go into these cells. They're in here, some money stubs. Okay. Just showing y'all some of this stuff real fast, because this is important, right? This is very important. Being able to sell, being able to make money, it's not even just about, and this happened in a span of a month, right? But it's not about any of these things. It's about the fact that all of it's possible. Yeah, as an entrepreneur, you're probably going to make a little bit of money some days, but you're going to be able to make a lot of money some other days, right? So look, this is $9,000 on July 12th. July 11th, it was $2,000. July 7th, it was $11,000. This is all back to back. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like all back to back. And it's coming through the art of selling. And selling is not what you do to somebody, it's what you do for somebody. So I'm literally showing y'all in real time, right, how to do it. Showing you in real time. And these numbers are not all small numbers. Obviously, this is just one particular business. This is not all the businesses that I have. I'm just showing you in real time. 17,000, 9,000, 300, 800. So I just wanted to be real with you and just show y'all this. But here is the goal. The goal is to be able to ask questions to get the person to see what they need to do for themselves, because that's the whole purpose. Like if I create Love Plus, the reason why I create Love Plus is for you. It's for you to be able to take advantage of it, so that way you can get the life you want. Because I feel like, damn, these are the things that help me out, and these are the things that help me get the life that I have, where I made 4, 5, 6 figures in a day, where I have 7 figures. Like these are the things that I created for myself through other mentorships, through other seminars, and now I brought that to my people, my town, my program, and this is what is going on for you, right? So phase 1, right, and this goes for any selling. Phase 1, you want to get the connection, right? You want to take the focus off of us and put it onto the prospect. So when Levon Zell came up, when Sabrina came up, what was the first thing I asked? Put it in the chat. Put the question in the chat. What was the first thing I asked? Which phase was I doing first? Put it in the chat. All right. Phase 1 was the connection phase. I wanted to know, why are you here? What are you looking for? And meanwhile, I did this on everybody, right? Didn't I do this whole phase on everybody first? Then I brought those 2 up individually. But I did this on every person. This is how you make a person think about their choices, and they will sell themselves. If they don't, if there's no sell to be made, there's nothing we can do, y'all. Like, if we can't solve a problem, there's no sell to be made. So you're not going to sell everybody. Like, some of you are not going to gravitate towards the app. I just know that, because you can't sell everybody. You just don't see that it's valuable. However, we have to understand if there's a sell to be made in the first place. So we say, okay, what are you here for? You know, I'm here for growth. I'm here for transformation. I'm here to get better experiences in my life. I'm here to have a better life experience. I just want a better life. Okay, cool. We already know that we got something for them. We already know, because now they're in alignment for what we offer. Love Plus is here to help you become more effective in less time, help you create strategic partnerships. Think about it. Like, look how many days that you have to be with each other. And it was developed through this program. So you have 4 weeks, but look how many times you get to interact with each other. Look how many times you get to go post in a single space to see each other's name and understand about what's happening in the community. So that way you can say, oh, I like that person. Let's build with that person. So we're doing that for you in real time, whether you realize it or not. But my job is to help you realize it in real time so you take advantage of it. So what's the situation? So, okay, what are you currently doing? So, okay, when we ask them, why are you here? And they say, I'm here for learning and growing, right? Okay, the second is the situation phase. What's phase number 2? Put it in the chat, y'all. What's phase number 2? So the situation phase, we say, what are you currently doing about learning and growing? So you insert exactly what they say. Please don't change the wording. Insert exactly what they say. The reason why is because you want to connect to what they say. You don't want to change their mind. You want to help them recognize a problem and recognize that you're the one to solve it with your solution. Okay. So what's the third phase, y'all? Put it in the chat. What's the third phase? We on phase number 3, right? What's the third phase? Problem awareness. So what did I ask? Sometimes you don't even have to ask. They'll go right into it. Like Levon Zell, she went right into phase 3. She went right into it. She said, well, the problem is, she went right into it. I didn't even have to ask, but I did ask for y'all to see it. So she went right into it. How long has this been a problem? What has been causing the problem? You don't have to ask all 4, but just pay attention to how the conversation is developing. But the common denominator so far is what? We're asking questions. So we're letting them do the most talking, right? What impact or what problem or what's happening in your personal business, you know, like from this, as this being a problem? They answer that. Okay, cool. Now what's phase number 4? And hopefully I know all the phases when we get to the end of this. So somebody should be writing down all the phases, right? So the solution phase. So what's the ideal solution? Remember we asked them, so what's the tangible outcome? So when they say something like, yeah, success, okay, cool. But what's the tangible outcome that happens when you do get success? Then they say, yo, I finally get to have my family feel comfortable, get to retire my mom, like that. You want to get the why behind the why, right? So then you ask them again, if you feel like they haven't really pulled it out yet, pause, but you say, what emotional outcome happens when the solution is achieved? So now you got them to the emotional side. Neuro-illogical persuasion, new questions, right? So you have to, emotional, I've got to throw emotional persuasion questions, right? So you're allowing them to play on their emotions, because that's when people purchase. But that's why they understand their why, because their why is emotional, right? Most people why is emotional. If your why is like not emotional, then you probably just want, I can't really see your why not being emotional. Even if you want the most frivolous, like habits, like you just going, you spending money everywhere. Like even if that, I want to travel everywhere. Even if It's a reason why you want to do those things. So, okay, what's the consequence? What happens if you don't achieve? And this is huge. Please never skip this. Please never skip phase 5. Please. Please. Even if they went down, because sometimes people could go right into all of those phases, 1, 2, 3, 4 by themselves. You didn't even have to ask those other questions. You just go right into it. You listening to them. All right, cool. But this is where you stop them and you transform the conversation. So I want to ask you a question. And the tonality is huge on this, y'all. So get the tonality. So let me ask you a question. How explicit can I be with you? Or how real can I be with you right now?
Oh, man, you could be very real.
Right? So what happens if you don't achieve your goal? Right? Then they get to you got to let them sit. Don't say nothing else. Just be quiet. Let them sit with it. They're going to tell you. If they're giving you a lot of resistance, they don't want to buy anyway. Like, so, but by that point, you'll understand. So then you present the offer to them, right? You present the offer, you get a commitment. Now, when we say present the offer and get a commitment, let's just say you say, okay, so you wanted this program to learn, grow, but the program is $20,000. And you go, damn, $20,000, that's a lot of money. And then you go, that's how you handle that objection, right? So in phase number 7. So money aside, what would this program do for you? Or money aside, do you think that this would be a great fit for you? Or money aside, do you think that this would be a great program to get you the results you're looking for? Yeah, I think this would be a great program, you know. I think it would help me get the things I want. But to be honest, I just paid this, I just paid that, and I just don't have the money. Okay, I understand that money can be an issue. But remember, money aside, right? So what other avenues could you have to find the funds so that way you can get the result? You got to speak about the results. So if they said they want to get their grandmother, you know, a new house or whatever the case, yeah, what other avenues do you have to find the funds so that way you can get the program in order for you to make sure you can get your grandmother into the house? That right there flips it on the head, because now they have to really think, damn, this offer that I'm giving to them, they now will take that offer, and that offer is going to be the reason why they get that result. And that's really what we get into. So once again, I'm gonna run through this real fast. Connection phase. What's phase number 1? Write it down. Connection phase. You want to take the focus off of us and put it onto the prospect. What are you here for? What are you looking for? Phase number 2, situation. You got to understand the situation. So what are you doing about it? Yeah, I ain't really doing nothing. I can't really find a mentor that I could trust. Oh, so trust is important to you. Oh, I can't really find a space with a good community. Oh, community is important. So you got to pick up on the situation. Okay, what's the problem? The problem is, you know, I'm just tired of living paycheck to paycheck, man. It's just hurting me. Like I can't move. I can't travel. All right, cool. What's the solution? Phase 4, what's the solution? What's the ideal solution? And if they don't give you the true solution, they just tell you like, I just want success or something like that. That's like, you want to bring it out, right? So what's the tangible outcome that happens when the solution is achieved? And you want to talk with that tonality, get soft right there in that voice and say, hey, what's the solution? All right, and then the same thing falls over to the consequence. So what happens if you don't achieve that goal? What happens if you can't get your grandma into the new house? What happens if you can't reverse your diabetes? What happens if you can't reverse the cancer? What happens if you don't do that? Now they're like, oh man, they know that they're in trouble now. Okay, cool. Now you give the offer that gets them out of the trouble. Okay, usually with giving them the offer, right, as phase number 7 is gonna come in, because people are gonna say, yo, I don't have the money. I don't have this, I don't have that. You have to be able to handle objections. And if y'all feel like y'all want more classes on this, if y'all want more, I feel like I want to give y'all some bonus classes on this stuff. Like this is what I feel like. I feel like I want to give y'all some bonus classes on selling. But that was my time for this, y'all. We're gonna take 1 or 2 hands and we're gonna see, was this helpful for you in any way? And you also, everybody has access to this download. Go inside the Accountability Accelerator program group and go to downloads topic tab, and you can download this. This will be yours. You can study it, practice it, because I think in my heart, I want to do bonus classes with us and say, yo, come in and just kind of build with y'all one-on-one. I want to do one-on-one group calls. Y'all get what I'm saying? Instead of doing a one-on-one fully, like, because that's $500, right? I want to do one-on-one group call just like this, give everybody a time slot. Okay, you got 2 minutes to come up with whatever issues that you got, and I'm gonna work with you personally with every issue that you got. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, I'm gonna work with you personally right here, right now, and then kind of go, right? So maybe it would be like a 2-hour class type of thing where we're just doing that. If y'all want that type of support, drop the plus emojis in the chat. Let me know. If y'all want that type of support, drop the plus emojis in the chat. All right, Sunshine, bring up 1 or 2 people because I gotta go downstairs and I gotta start getting set up, helping set up with the mastermind. So is my screen flickering? Because it looked like it is on my screen.
No, not on our end. No.
Okay. All right, so yeah.
Santana, you still there, Queen?
I ain't done yet.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, come on, love.
Was this helpful
morning.
for you in any way, Santana? Did this do anything for you? That's really what we want to know in 30 seconds or less. And then we get ready to close up, y'all. We're gonna bring up one more person and we close.
Yes, I gained a whole lot. But I have not gotten a hold of my time. That's one of the most important things.
Hold on, Santana. I can't see you. I see
Okay.
myself. Hold on. Can somebody bring her up to the screen?
My camera is on. Let me see.
There she goes. All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, so yes, I've gotten a whole lot out of this course, but I have not gotten a hold of my time. It's actually gotten worse because now I don't have the time that I used to have to do the things that I normally do. And my workload has gotten even more intensive because now I'm trying new things. I learned a bunch of new things, so I'm trying it and I'm overwhelmed. So how do I conquer my time without taking a pay cut?
Right. The thing is that you actually do have time, right? So any problem also has a solution. This is the thing. Are we spending minor time on major things? Or are we spending major time on minor things? And that is going to give us the ideal breakdown of where our time is going. And then from there, you'll be able to exactly see how to utilize your time better. But in reality, that's what's actually happening. We're spending major time on minor things and minor time on major things. So for you, Santana, what type of things could you delegate, right? Like what type of money to get back some of the time? That's just what it is, right? When I fly first class, the reason why I'm paying first class is not just for the time, it's also for the overall experience, right? So you do have to give up the money in order to get the value somewhere. So you have to look at that. Unfortunately, we don't have time to go through a whole thing for you, but I would say this. Have you done the time blocking and everything? Have you done that?
Yes, I've actually done time blocking before this course. Everything, including my naps, are on my schedule. Okay. But by the time my day gets started, my phone start ringing and nothing ever happens the way that it was supposed to happen because it's just too much. Like I'm considering shutting down a company or two because
it's not that.
I don't know what to do.
Hold on. It's not that. It's not that you need to shut down. The issue is you work by yourself. That's what it's from your language. Yes. I mean, just ask you, do you work by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. You need another partner. You need 2 people. So this is the key for you, Santana. Who else is already doing what you do? Who else is already in alignment with what you do? And then you have a meeting with them and you say, hey, look, I got this going on, that going on. When you take care of these roles and responsibilities, we get paid X, Y, and Z, and then you and I can split this thing. It's not about having 100% of that watermelon. It's about having 50% of that, right? 50% of that watermelon is better than 100% of that grape. So it's just like, okay. And then if you lose the whole watermelon, then 50% is better than that whole watermelon being lost anyway. So just understand what I'm saying here is you cannot do it by yourself. You got that independency mind, which is great, but I need you to have interdependency, right? Interdependency is like you doing everything that you can do alongside of somebody doing everything that they can do. Together, you do everything that you could do together, but 99% of successful businesses are created through strategic partnerships. The way for you to get to your next level is strategic partnership. Somebody drop strategic partnership in the chat.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm looking for a partner. Partners.
Who's your accountability partner?
I suck as the accountability person. I haven't kept up with my accountability partner.
Listen, somebody mute Santana
right now. I don't know who my accountability partner is because I don't know.
Putting you on mute.
Santana, it was Latanya. Have you spoken to her?
Yeah, no, and it's my fault because Latanya has done awesome at reaching out to me. I've just been so all over the place that she's been on my schedule. I just haven't gotten around to it. Like I need help.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing for you. So accountability partner is one, but strategic partner is another thing. You strike me from your language is that you don't like everybody in your business. You're one of those like, yo, it's my business, but you don't get to see my personal. That's cool, but it has to stop because that is in your way. Like that line of thinking is what got you to be successful, but it's not going to keep you successful. It's going to have you unraveling because that's what you had to learn to survive. You surviving was your level of success. You get what I'm saying? Like where we come from, most of us, the fact that we survived is our success. We used to ask our grandma, like, what do you want? What do you want from your? Say, look, as long as you're not on drugs, as long as you got a good head on your shoulders, and what? As long as you went to school and did it, like that's what your success is. But that's her level of experience and from the past that which I'm not privy to. But that's what they do. That's what the success was, being able to survive, and that's probably because they've seen so many people demise, right? So for you being able to survive, okay, cool. That's good now. That's the base now. Yeah, the old ceiling was the base now. So now you got to thrive. And the way that you're going to thrive is if you start taking accountability to work with other people. Whatever it is that's inside of you that's holding you back from not wanting to work with other people. Maybe it's the old the thing with school where you was in groups before, you did all the work and nobody else did anything. Maybe it's one of those things.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So I have found myself taking losses because of other people. I hate group projects. I'm just like, I want to be the only one responsible for any mishaps or anything. I don't want anyone else to sink my ship. So I ride alone for that reason, because I've had it happen so many times, and I'm tired of being burned. I'm tired of being the smartest person in the room. Like I want someone that I can learn from, and I just haven't found that.
Yeah, I got you. So I gotta go, y'all, but I'm gonna let Santana know this, and this goes for everybody. The reason why we say strategic partnerships, right? The partnership that you must create is a partnership with somebody who's already doing the thing. It's not somebody that you got to convince. It's not somebody that you got to like say, hey, would you be interested? It's not your friend. It's not your day one. It's somebody who's already doing the thing regardless of you. Like, that's why I said this thing here is powerful, because regardless whether y'all show up or not, I'm still going to show up. But now what if you had somebody like me in your corner to help you do exactly what you want to do? Wouldn't you want a person that regardless of you is still going to show up? Wouldn't you want a person, regardless of you, still gonna make the money, still gonna make the impact, still gonna be that beautiful person, but is going to continue to grow? Like that's what I want y'all looking for. I want you to look. That's why I say raise your virtual hands, because now people listening to Santana, there's gonna be people reaching out to Santana because they now know she's about business. She's not coming to play with you. That's why she don't be answering the phone, because y'all be coming and playing. She's not here to play. She said, look, I'm coming to work on business. If we're elevated, then hey, let's get to it. If we're not, I got to get to you later. And that's somebody that you want to work with. Let's be real here. So Santana, good job on coming up and being vulnerable multiple times in a row.
Thank you.
But I just want y'all to realize that if you don't show up and raise your hand, you kind of miss out a little bit. But when you show up, you put yourself out there and you let people know, hey, this is what I'm into. This is what I want. And then now people could come to you and understand what you already have a standard for, and they're not coming to play. Does that make sense for you, Santana?
Yes, it does.
All right. Was that helpful in any way?
Yes, it was. Now, who wants to partner with me? I need a partner. Yes.
Yo, who slayed your edges like that? Have you seen them edges? You've been down, seen them edges.
Oh my God, my little 12-year-old daughter.
Yeah, she's like, mommy, put this right.
Yeah, and I'm ready to make her a partner. I'm teaching my daughter now to do the things that I do because she's going to have to stand in very soon. So
100%. All right, y'all. I'm sending everybody love and beautiful energy. We are out of here. We see y'all on Monday. Yo, let me know when y'all want to and if anybody's in Atlanta, meet up in Atlanta tonight, right? Y'all down to meet up in Atlanta, let's meet up. But here's the thing. If y'all want me to teach more classes on these sales, let me know, because I'll put some classes together and let's get it going.